What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon, MLB DFS video. It is Thursday edition. This is your first look after we've already done 10,000 simulations. So we have two early games that we're not going to cover. We're just going to cover the 5-game main slate today. So it's going to be a quicker video than normal. But if you've never been here before, we do things a little bit different. So we're going to go over the 5 games. We're going to look at the pitching matchups. We're also then going to look at the batter splits, the BVP history. We're going to look at everything for you. So we're going to use Outlier. The link to sign up is down below, so make sure you check that out, along with all the other links that are in the description. What makes us different a little bit outside of that, we try to have 2 giveaways every single day, and here's how you can win. You got to like this video, you got to be a subscriber to the channel, and you got to leave a comment on this video. You do all 3 of those, and this video gets a minimum of 50 likes, you will win, or you will have a chance to win a free week of FTA+. So that's all sports we offer. So every day of MLB, Thursdays is PGA, MMA's is Saturdays, and NASCAR's on Sundays. If this video gets a minimum of 100 likes, a chance at a free month, 150 likes, a free year, 200 or more likes on this video, you will have a chance at a lifetime pass. Second way to win. Somewhere in this video, there'll be a keyword or a key phrase. Be on the lookout for it, type it in, and have a second shot. You could win twice. It's been a minute since we had someone win both times, but it has happened in the past, and I do believe it could happen today. So we are going to see who the 2 winners or 1 winner is from Wednesday's video. And even if the keyword is in this video right here, we're still going to re-roll it for the keyword. So this is just for getting a minimum of 50 likes on the video. And the winner is, there you go, Stan Skoronski. It's been a minute, I think, since you've won. Congratulations. You did have the keyword of Stanley, but you know the drill. We're still going to re-roll it. So Stan, email me with the subject line being you are the 813 video likes winner, and then your username on FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. So congratulations to Stan. He did have the keyword, so let's see if his name comes up again for the keyword winner. And the winner of the keyword is Steve Wilson, 6733. Congratulations to both of you. You know the drill. Steve, I need you to email me, subject line 813 video keyword winner, and then your username on the site. Now, we're going to use Outlier to look at everything, and that's exactly what we're going to do. But I wanted to show you everything here. So we're very excited to be able to bring you this content. After we go through all 5 games, we're then going to do our other segments. So then we're going to do our matchup tool. So all of the batters have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating through 10,000 sims. We're going to show you them. After that, we're going to do our Pitches Be Crazy segment. And then finally, if you're into sports betting, we're going to do our Makin Bacon segment. So stick around. Be sure to have some fun. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a quicker video. So if we are looking at like ballpark factors, we are looking at Coors Field, Arizona at Colorado, 26% chance of home runs. I don't like the pitching in that matchup. I'm going to be fully invested in stacking in that game. Next up is Oriole Park, Seattle at Baltimore, which is early. It's very hot and humid there, so the ball could fly out of there. And yeah, that's basically it for the ones that have the biggest chances for home runs as of right now. So we run 10,000 simulations already. About 2 hours before the lineups lock, we will have ran 20,000 sims for you. So that being said, hopefully you are ready to rock and roll. So the first game we got on the slate, we've got Miami at the Guardians. We've got Edward Cabrera versus Tanner Bybee. Now looking at Cabrera, coming off a fantastic start, 40.2 against Atlanta, 27.7 against the Yankees. He's had some good numbers here. He has not faced the Guardians at all this year, and he's only faced 9 of them. I think he's faced 2 batters total on this team. When he pitches on the road, he has a 3.40 ERA, so it's a little bit worse. I'm going to let you know right now, outside of like a couple pitchers, it's not the best slate out there. I might be taking the day off, but I wanted to bring you guys some content. So Edward Cabrera on the roads, he is worse than he is at home. That's always something to look at. Then you got Tanner Bybee. 4.53 ERA. You look at his splits, he has not faced the Guardians ever in his career. This year, he is averaging at home 3.19 ERA and 16.2 fantasy points. So that's not too bad. What you're looking for on Fanduel, about 40 to 50 fantasy points out of your one pitcher. On DraftKings, about 20 to 30 per pitcher if you can find it. But the Miami Marlins have actually been doing pretty decent. So if you're not going to go either pitcher, we can look at how the bats are doing. They've never faced Bybee before, but if you look at these bats, Miami bats against righties, they're pretty good. Kyle Stowers is my number 1. I would look at him, batting .290 with 24 home runs. Xavier Edwards batting .320. I would look at those two for sure. Otto Lopez, .266 with 9 home runs. I don't mind. Hernandez at 333 batting average with 5 home runs. I don't mind him if he gets a start. And finally, Graham Pauley might be a cheaper option if you're going for a full Miami stack today. Cleveland against Cabrera, like I said, 2 batters, they haven't done anything. It's kind of mixed results, but the ones I would be looking at, Steven Kwan, Kyle Manzardo. My top 2, J Ram is 3. He had 2 home runs on Tuesday night, I believe, for us. Gabriel Arias is another one that I look at. And probably, if you need a 5th one for a full stack, Daniel Schneemann, batting 242 with double-digit home runs. I would look at in that situation. So that's if you don't go with either of those pitchers, obviously. Now, Philly, Washington, weather has been kind of, it showed rain earlier. It's now gone. So this is something to monitor because there could be potential rain here. But it is Jesus Luzardo versus Brad Lord. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, we have stacked against Brad Lord every single time. He's averaging 5.6. I do not like that. I would look at Luzardo, who doesn't have the best matchup against Washington. Like, Washington's can hit pretty well, but in his career, 60 plate appearances, 212 batting average, he struck out 30% of those batters he's faced. So in this game, I would look at Luzardo, and then I would look at the Philly bats. And we'll look at both sides, but I'm not going to have any exposure to Brad Lord. That's if I play at all, but I'm not going to have it. I don't foresee me having any exposure to Brad Lord. But if you look at this, like, no Philly has had success against him, but against righties this year, like JT Realmuto batting 304, I would look at him. Kyle Schwarber batting 244 with 26 bombs, I would look at him. I would look at Bryson Stott, who's batting 246 with 7 home runs. Bryce Harper, 252 with 10. If you want a 5th one, probably Brandon Marsh. Or if you want to go cheaper, Max Kepler or Nick Castellanos, I do not mind. If Harrison Bader is in there, 269 batting average with 8 home runs. This just feels like one of those nights where I'm double stacking. Like, I want multiple different stacks of Philly against Brad Lord and then Washington's bullpen because they have the worst bullpen in baseball. Clayton Beeter, 8.22 ERA. Ribalta, 6.57. Rutledge, 6.41. They have the worst bullpen in the major leagues, which you can find under the MLB tab. Scroll down to here. You can look at bullpen stats, and you can sort it however you guys want it. I think it's sorted by best bullpen, but you come here and then you sort it there. Washington has a 589, Colorado a 450 or 548, which I want to take advantage of that as well in that game. So Philly bats, I love multiple different stacks there. Washington against Luzardo, Josh Bell has a home run, Jacob Young has a home run, and Keibert Ruiz has a home run. Against lefties, they're not too bad. If I am looking, CJ Abrams batting 273, I think he's had multiple back-to-back days with home runs. I would look at him. I would look at Keibert Ruiz or Riley Adam. Probably Keibert Ruiz a little more. If he gets the start, I'm not really sure. James Wood batting 283, he hits lefties better. I would look at James Wood. So you could look at those 3. Those are probably my top 3 that I'm looking at here. You want to get crazy, maybe Josh Bell or Paul DeYoung for a full stack, but I'm going Luzardo, and I'm going to stack against Brad Lord, and I'm not going to lose any sleep on it, even if it doesn't work out. Atlanta, New York Mets, you got Kodai Senga versus Bryce Elder. We have stacked against Elder all year. He's averaging 9 fantasy points. Pretty much what I want to do here. Senga, we've used him, but he has struggled his last 5 starts. Pretty much he has struggled since coming back off the IL. He's, 5 innings 1 time. He's given up earned runs in 4 straight games. His ERA has climbed. His pitches are between 70 to 90. I will take Senga in tournaments because of how bad the Atlanta Braves are, but I don't like the pitching in this whatsoever. It's a pitcher's ballpark too, but I think I would rather stack both sides. I would go Senga a little bit. I don't see me having any Bryce Elder whatsoever. If I'm stacking the Mets against him, Pete Alonso has a home run, Francisco Lindor has a home run, and Juan Soto. Those are my top 3 that I'm looking at. I would look at Ronnie Mauricio as well. Brett Beatty could be a cheaper option. Don't forget about Brandon Nimmo either against Bryce Elder. Braves bats against Senga. No one's really had success against him, but he just has not looked good. So I'm scared to use him. If you use him, I'm okay with it. But if you want to stack against him, Drake Baldwin batting 283 with 10 home runs, I would look at. Matt Olson, 263 with 15. Michael Harris, the second, 248 with 10. Those are my top 3. Maybe a little bit of Eli White if he gets in there. Maybe a little bit of Ozzy Albies. This one I can't get a read on. Like, Senga has 22 plate appearances, 111 batting average against the Braves. The Braves offense has been pretty bad overall this year, but Senga has not looked good his last 4 starts. Does pitch better at home. Scared about this one, though. So, again, it's 5 games. Tournament only for me. But if you ask me which pitcher I would take, it would be Singa over Elder if I even go in that direction. We got Detroit versus Minnesota. We got Skubal versus Bailey Ober. Skubal, obviously. We look at Skubal. Bad game against the Angels, of course. He had the best matchup for strikeouts, and he had 6 strikeouts, but he gave up 4 earned runs for whatever reason. He pitched against Minnesota once this year, 44.6 fantasy points, 7 innings, 13 Ks. When he pitches on the road, he does have a better ERA of 2.11. Skubal is my number 1, obvious reasons. Bailey Ober, 5.16 ERA. He's faced Detroit once this year, went 5.2 innings, 7 earned runs, 1.6 fantasy points. That's where I would go in this one. Skubal and stacking Detroit against Bailey Ober. So we can just look at the numbers. Bailey Ober, or Detroit against Ober. Keith, McKinstry, Torkelson, Carpenter, Green all have 1 home run, and Gleyber Torres has 2. Full stack. Philly's my number 1 stack probably today. Detroit might be my number 1. It might be 1A and 1B. I love Detroit stack here. Ones I would look at: Colt Keith. I would look at Kerry Carpenter. I would look at Riley Green. I would look at Gleyber Torres. I would look at Spencer Torkelson for my top 5. But if you want to branch out a little bit, I don't mind Winseal Perez. I don't mind Zach McKinstry either. So I'm going a full Detroit stack, maybe 2 different stacks here, and not losing sleep over this at all. Twins bats, if you want to go against Skubal, I'm probably not, but Buxton does have 2 home runs. He is back in the lineup. Royce Lewis has a home run, and Ryan Jeffers has a home run. Against lefties this year, not ideal. Buxton's still batting over 300. You could look at him. Austin Martin only 12 at-bats, but 417, so it's something to look at. Matt Wallner has 3 home runs. Like, they hit home runs here. Brooks Lee batting 277 with 2 home runs. I could see you making a case because it's a 5-game slate. Skubal's going to be the number 1, just like the Angels against him last start. No one was on the Angels. You want to go with a cheeky, as Peppa Pig says, little stack here with Minnesota. I don't mind it. But again, it is Skubal. Got a great matchup here, and he's had success against them this year already. So I want nothing to do with Ober whatsoever. And I want nothing to do with either of the pitcher in this one. You got Arizona at Colorado. We just saw this pitching matchup last start, or 2 starts. I think it was last start. Erod in that start, minus 0.6 against Arizona, gave up 5 earned runs, pitching on the road. It's got a 5.63 ERA. It's in Coors. I do not trust that. And then you got Bradley Blaylock. 2.5 there, gave up 5 earned runs against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now he's at home. He does not pitch well at home. No one really pitches well in this ballpark. So that's where I go all in on stacking this game completely. 5 games, stack what you want, but here's what I would look at. So Arizona bats against Blaylock. Corbin Carroll's the only one with the home run. But if you look against righties, they do hit pretty well. So Ketel Marte I would look at. Corbin Carroll I would look at. Blaze Alexander I'm interested in. Adrian Del Castillo, if he is in there catching, I don't mind him. A 5th one, Alec Thomas. If you want to go a couple different ones, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. batting 229 with 11 home runs against righties and in this ballpark, I like him. Tyler Locklear could be a sneaky, cheaper option as well. Colorado bats against Erod. Tyler Freeman has a home run. That is it. Against lefties this year, not ideal, but I would still look at Hunter Goodman. I would still look at Jordan Beck, Brenton Doyle, Tovar, and a 5th one, probably Warming Bernabel. I would put him in there as well. So I want nothing to do with the pitching in this one. I'd rather go the bats completely. So to reiterate, obviously Skubal's at the top, but if you want to get creative because if maybe he struggles, Minnesota stack is okay. Singa a little bit, like the pitching's not the best. I think my favorite 2 pitchers probably Luzardo and Skubal, if you can afford both of them in there. So there you have it. That is the breaking down of the main slate. And before we get into all of the batters have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating through 10,000 simulations, we do need to discuss the keyword of the day, which is bubblegum. Let me know your favorite type of bubblegum, whether or not you chew it now or what you chewed when you played baseball as a kid. So record is 38 of batters that had 10 out of 10. We're not going to hit that. We got Corbin Carroll, number 1. Number 2 is Cal Raleigh. Number 3 is Geraldo Perdomo. 4 is Ketel Marte. 5 is Kerry Carpenter. 6 is Julio Rodriguez. 7 is Randy Arozarena. 8, Riley Green. 9, Jorge Polanco. 10, Francisco Lindor. 11, JP Crawford. 12, Winfield Perez. 13, Juan Soto. 14, Gunnar Henderson. 15, Pete Alonso. And finally, 16, Jurickson Profar for our 16 matchups with 10 out of 10. We've got pitches be crazy now, so we're looking at the bottom 5 teams against the pitchers that are going against them. This might be the one day that I don't like any of these guys. And here we go. Eduardo Rodriguez at Colorado. The Rockies strike out 9.45 times per game, 9.07 at home. Number 2 is Tomoyuki Sagano versus Seattle. Seattle strikes out 8.90 times per game, 8.76 on the road. Number 3 is Bailey Ober versus Detroit. Detroit strikes out 8.84 times per game, 9.1 on the road. Number 4 is Kodai Senga versus Atlanta. Atlanta strikes out 8.69 times per game, 8.66 on the road. And number 5 is Logan Evans at Baltimore. Baltimore strikes out 8.65 times per game, 8.41 at home. I do not trust them. I don't think I want any exposure to any of those guys. So now we're going to do our Makin Bacon. So you can look at some of these batters to get you. I mean, you can go with just 1+ base hit. You could go RBIs. You could go 2+ bases. You could go a different direction. But these are some of the batters I think you should target today. Now, you can parlay some of these together, but do not parlay all of them. Number 1 is Kerry Carpenter. 2 is Cal Raleigh. 3 is Julio Rodriguez. 4 is Bryce Harper. 5 is Riley Green. 6 is Trey Turner. 7 is Jordan Westburg. 8, JP Crawford. 9, Josh Naylor. 10, Ryan Mountcastle. 11, Gleyber Torres. 12, Gunnar Henderson. 13, Randy Arozarena. 14, we've got Josh Bell. And 15, we've got James Wood. So we got 15 batters you could look at, whether or not you want to go in certain directions. And then strikeouts out of the pitchers today. I don't know how much I'm going to be doing with this one, but this is what we can look at. These are some that you could target. Skubal at 7+ strikeouts. I'm okay with that one. Kodai Senga at 5+. Edward Cabrera at 5+. Jesus Luzardo at 5+ as well. So there you have it. That is your Thursday edition. Again, if you want to play some fantasy football, we've got a DraftKings league. The link is down below. You can sign up or you can join the league. It's going to be the plan is $5 a week, and the top 3 places will pay, and then every single week. And then the more you come back, the top 3 people or usernames at the end of the year that have the most amount of points will win content. So first place will win a free lifetime pass worth $500 to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. Second place will be a yearly pass worth $200 to FTA Plus. And third place will be a monthly pass worth $30. So sign up there, get in our free Discord, check everything out in the description. Have a fantastic Thursday. Good luck. And as always, let's bring home some bacon.